This is the future.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, Green here, and Deathstroke Special 2 is fixed, so you can safely upgrade this. I upgraded it myself all the way to level 60. I can get it to 61 and I will actually get it here. So you can see even further proof that I trust this has been updated. That though, keep in mind, there's something weird going on with Deathstroke in league rates. That's something you should keep in mind. So try to not use Deathstroke if possible in league rates against any of the Brainiac faces currently, because that's a whole nother bug that has nothing to do with the special 2 level. And using Deathstroke in any faces against Brainiac might cause your whole team that's hitting there beside you get unusual gameplay. Yeah, that's a thing for some reason. Doesn't happen every time, but happens a reasonable amount of time to be concerning, so keep that in mind. But yeah, I got this at 61 now. It was at 60 by the time of the fight that I'm going to show you. So yeah, let's get into some solid fights, one of them being of Deathstroke with Special 2 upgraded. Okay, so we're going to actually open up with that fight. And look, I'm going to briefly explain. First of all, let's get into Deathstroke and his Special 2s. So by my calculations, I should get to the cap over here with 7 special 2s, and there should also be an 8th one, since I have like 5%, that's gonna deal a lower amount. So I already counted them, you can count them as well, and you can make the calculations by yourself. This works properly here, and I've been told it works even in fights where you have damage caps. So right now there's no reason to not upgrade the Deathstroke Special 2. And by upgrading it, it's gonna basically save you some time, because you need to do less of them to reach the maximum percentage. Yeah, now getting into the Kimflan Sakomen plus Deathstroke side of things. So this might seem like a great idea, but it's in most scenarios not really worth using. I'm actually using it here because I had only 2 teams available. One of them was Deathstroke, Kimflan Sakomen, and I kind of wanted to drop them both on Bane anyway, and still have a 6th team to play. In that scenario, it's perfectly justifiable to do this. In other scenarios, not really, because you're going to end up in a situation where you're going to deal far less damage with your Kimflan Sakomen. So Kimflan Sakomen and Deathstroke are going to deal just as much damage separately. Keep in mind, if you use them separately or use them together, Deathstroke should come first and then Kimflan Sakomen, because that might help out Kimflan Sakomen not get caught onto the damage cap that badly if the boss has a damage cap. But the thing is, even in the same team or separately, they're still going to deal kind of the same amount of huge damage. And why you would want to separate them and use Deathstroke maybe against a different boss that's full health with a different team is because Kimflan Sakomen is going to, other than doing his special 3% damages, deal a pretty significant amount of damage through his normal specials and his basic attack hits. So by using Deathstroke in this team, what you're basically doing is taking Precious time off King. And that is why Deathstroke, since he doesn't really have a proper team and he doesn't do much damage outside of his special 2%, should be put in the weakest damage team that you have. So that you do your thing with Deathstroke and then you tag that team and play it normally. Yet again, over here I have only 2 teams available, and one of them should be used on a cleanup duty on a very low health boss. That's why I took the decision myself in this one particularly. But unless that's the case, you shouldn't do that, because Kimflan Sakomen, even when his special 3% damages are over, he's still gonna most likely deal, if you subtract those amounts, far more than your weakest team for soul rates. So that's the thing, you're pretty much eating up some damage out of King. But it's fine though, it's not gonna make that huge of a difference, but just a thing that I thought it was worth mentioning, because people kept asking me why I don't usually use Deathstroke plus King. I mean, it can be used in some scenarios like this one specifically, but usually it's far more efficient to use them separately. But yeah, that was for this fight. And yeah, as far as I'm aware here, the percentage damage of Deathstroke worked properly. This fight did not have a damage cap as far as I remember. But I have been told by many people who have it upgraded, and I've been DM'd on Discord after I asked on the previous video, if anybody can really confirm this, that it works properly, so it's safe to upgrade, lads. Now getting into a Batman Ninja Catwoman fight. Those fights were played on livestream, and there was something weird with my spacebar on the keyboard, and I like noticed it towards the End of the pips. Over there it was lag when he blocked, but yeah, I was kind of pressing the spacebar on a corner instead of in the middle of it, and I've been doing that since forever, and I think it's finally closing to its end days, so now I have to press spacebar in the middle to block properly, so there might be some slight missteps in terms of combo interruption, and don't get me wrong, I mean, every single time I failed combo interruption, and I failed that many times, and it's my fault, I will wholeheartedly admit. But in this scenario, it's a Captain Cold with a Catwoman. I've been interrupting Captain Cold in league rates all my life. All my Injustice 2 mobile life. I know how to do this, and Catwoman is gonna be even far easier than Flash to do this with, because she's got a far faster attack hit. So yeah, the slight missteps in terms of combo interruption, I'm blaming the keyboard on this one, not myself. Believe it or not, it is what it is. Yeah, in terms of artifacts, we're going to have here a level 7 Beta Club, we're going to have a level 5 Kryptonite Spear, and a level 8 Kryptonite Ring. And we're going to do our best to one-shot this dude, hopefully. This is gonna be by far, so far, the highest damage I've done with Batman Ninja Catwoman with Beta Club, though. Also keep in mind, I did not own Beta Club when it was in its release state, so that's why I haven't seen that crazy value so far. Special 2 in there, we got a good dot value, so hopefully we're going to hold on to that and not reset it. Right, we'll reset it because it expired. Trying to get another high value again. Spacebar fails me. Or I fail combo interruption, believe what you will, I don't mind. Combo interrupting again. Combo interrupting again. And we got a decent dot value there, we're going to keep it for now. Not the highest we've got, but it's a decent one. And again, there we go, boy. Like in the next fight with Black Manta, I'll kind of try to place the spacebar in the middle and I'll have a far better outcome. In terms of that, we got a 10 mil one, we're going to hold on to this. Boy, I was so pissed towards the end of this fight because it's gonna be a very, very close one, and if I did not fail the combo interruption so many times, then this would have been a easy one-shot, but it's gonna be a rather inconvenience at the end, as you will be able to see. Finally, this dude is able to do super move. Me constantly failing combo interruption made him actually use some specials, and his power generation must have been crazy low, almost zero, because we slow power generation with our special 3 and also Beta Club. Yeah, that's about it for this one. And he did not die during the fight, that's the problem. He did afterwards die due to the dot value, but NetherRealms is like, well, if that happens, if he dies after the fight ends due to the lingering dot value, we're going to just revive it for you with 1 health for you, so you don't feel guilty about it. Thank you so much, NetherRealms, amazing! Now I can use my Swamp Thing to deal 1 damage. Amazing gameplay fixes, bug fixes, and mechanics. But yeah, now getting to Black Manta over here, and this is, I think, yet again the highest damage I'm doing with Black Manta, but this is mainly due to the fact that this is a raid where Beta Club, rather than giving me the passive of dot damage, is also going to give me passive attack stats, so that's gonna be helpful. Messed up a bit at the start there, so a little bit of a sloppy start. Special line there with Brainiac, we got Vixen in there. I think that I highly believe that Classic Wonder Woman will be a far better character to use with Manta than Vixen, but not at 1 star. So far, Vixen is still gonna do better for me, most likely. At 1 star, I don't know, bro. Though, yet again, I could actually give it a try, because, again, Vixen, as they fixed it in the passive, so now it actually says what it does, instead of making it do what it previously said. Now they changed it, it's no longer damage, it's attack. We were wrong, guys. It was supposed to write attack on the passive, so yeah. Vixen pretty much only gives you base attack. And in like league raids, that's gonna be huge. Base attack in league raids is huge, but in soul raids, since you got so much base attack from the other artifacts, base attack is not gonna be that much. It's so much attack overall, and for example, Shazam for King. Shazam gives King like 3 points, maybe all the way to 3k attack if he's like 7-star max level. I mean King, because he's got like around 3k attack at max level. And 7 stars, if that's the case, Shazam will give him a further 3k attack. I guess to the point in Soul Raids where my man Koam is running around with around, if you count his passive, with above 40k attack, and 3k attack is really nothing to him. That's how this is calculated. So I think the crit damage from classic Wonder Woman is actually gonna be a far better fit for Black Manta. The problem is I don't know where to give this man defense from, because I don't think there's any way around to give him defense without putting some on the gears, but I guess removing an attack roll from the gears to get some defense will be quite reasonable in terms of the crit damage that you're gonna get. We can only wait and see, but for now we're going to use Vixen here. And as you can see here towards the end, when I'm done with the Brainiac stacking, as you know, jump attacks usually apply far higher dot values, so we're going to reset the dot with a jump attack and let it expire, use a stun to reapply the debuffs for Vixen to work properly, and then a jump attack again, and keep going with that dot. And I was kind of expecting to maybe one-shot this dude. I think I saw a wrong amount of health when I looked at him. I was expecting him to have a slightly lower health. I guess we could have gotten far closer to one-shotting if we didn't mess up at the start, because admittedly I messed up a bit at the start. It could have been played far better at the start, but it is what it is. We're going to just go with this. And yeah, he's gonna have some health to be cleaned up. And for the cleanup duty, ladies and gentlemen, we got a Silver Banshee team that's gonna be coming, and I don't actually think my Silver Banshee team at this point can deal that much damage. So yet again, we have the level 7 Beta Club, this time on Reverse Flash rather than Silver Banshee, because she doesn't take good advantage of it, and she takes more of an advantage from the Kryptonite Spear. We're gonna have a level 5 Kryptonite Spear on her. And we're gonna have the Ring on Power Girl for some additional passive stats. Blocking that, Reverse Flash in there. Combo interrupting again. Re-engage the combo. Silver Banshee back in, special 3. Combo interrupting again, special 1. Blocking that, Reverse Flash in there. Combo interrupting again. And to Silver Banshee back in there. And look, this is the absolute sweatiest gameplay of Silver Banshee. You don't really have to play it like this, it will give you slightly better damage though if you play it like this. So we're basically doing combos with Reverse Flash. If you're using All Blades, you want to tag Silver Banshee in there far faster. But we're pretty much trying to get as high of a combo as possible, because you can go above 40 hit combo if you got the Kryptonite Spear equipped on the character that's gonna deal this special. And we basically build a combo with Reverse Flash as high as we can without the disables expiring. Silver Banshee back in there, and then we proceed to combo interrupt with Silver Banshee into a special 1 and tag in from a block after 2 specials are disabled. Boy, this is some next level sweaty gameplay, I'm gonna admit it, but it yields slightly more damage, okay? So I'm gonna do it. You know I'm gonna try and do this and perfect this. Special 3 again in there. Special 1. And bro, again, I keep complaining about this, but I just can't. I hate the positioning and the limiting of the debuffs that are on the opponents. So on the right side of the screen you can see the buffs that the opponent has and the debuffs that the opponent has. Oh boy, do I really need to know? There's only 4 slots, keep that in mind. So we got the Beta Club dot and the Beta Club powered slow. Okay, keep those there, they are useful for other fights. We got the Silver Banshee disables, and as soon as this dude uses super move, that super move icon over there is going to linger, and I'm gonna be unable to see how much until both of my disables are gonna expire. Though I see one of them, so it's not such a big deal in this scenario, because I see one of them and that's the first applied, so I just gotta make sure that that one doesn't expire. But boy, do I really need to know that this man has used super move and he's got himself a damage boost? Do I really need that information in my life? I don't think so. So yeah, while trying this type of kind of strategy and tagging strategy, this is kind of the most success I got without messing up. Usually I will mess up unavoidably the combo interruption with Silver Banshee, but so far actually so good. So far so good actually. Special 3 in there, combo interrupting a few hits, special 1 again, reverse surge back in there, and we might be able to take Silver Banshee back in, I believe. And we did it. That damage at the end actually registered, but sadly he's gonna be left with some health. Yeah, Silver Banshee was just not up for the job, sadly. But she did her best. She did her best, so let's appreciate her. Now for the Scarecrow fight, this will be a disgusting one-shot. Boy. This Scarecrow is going downhill quick. This Scarecrow is gonna die real quick. So I'm gonna try and make the outro before he dies. So guys, huge thanks for watching. Huge thanks for watching my videos. Thanks for commenting and liking them. That helps the channel out a lot, and I really appreciate all the people that do that. Even though I don't have the time to read all the comments, to answer all the comments, I do read all the comments. So do keep that in mind. And yeah, thanks so much for being here, and I really appreciate you all. And right now we're going to get into this disgusting amount of damage. That dude lost more than half his health into one combo. Throw Banshee back in. And I messed up and he blocked the special 2, my bad. And I think I could have gone for another special 2 without tagging a Raven here, but I was like, let's just play it safe, we got plenty of time. There's plenty of time left. Harley back in there for another combo and destroying him. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll hopefully see you all in the next video. Goodbye! Yeah, that's the damage, if anybody was wondering. It's all of it. It's all of it.
This is the future.